Hello, light, love. Hey, I haven't seen you in a few days. Sean, well, don't pop back out too quick. Hello, Amy. Calling me trouble. What about you, Michael Ann? Has anybody heard did Paula get some help? I know they're supposed to. I just wondered if they ever got there. Yeah, we'll get that set up. Hmm. Yeah, that does make a long day. Work all day long and not be as tired as you can sitting in a hospital or a doctor's office. Been up to, Sean? Hello, River. How you doing? I tell you what, the craziest weather. 78 here today. Now I got the furnace turned on. Weird. Where you from, River? Michael Ann. You're Amy or Sean. Want to come up for a little bit? Or hell, I'm in Central Texas. I said, do you want to come up for a little bit? Gonna slap me upside the head if I keep picking on her. Lord help, everybody quiet tonight. Okay. Get ready. Just holler. Got to get Michael Ann up here and see if I can make her lift an eyebrow. Amy, you want to come on up? You ain't been up on this thing yet. Well, this weather is crazy today. Oh, okay. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like to go over there and sort of hoping that I got to go to Quarterback where I can meet up with him. And thank you, sir. Hello, Tiny Egg. Uh-oh, here's another piece of trouble. Hello, Janet. I appreciate you subbing. Hello, Barry Duck.
Hey, I just saw you a little bit ago.
Yeah, I just seen you a little bit ago.
How are you doing, Ron?
Oh, done pretty good. If any
Good.
better, I wouldn't be here. And if it's any worse, well, I'd probably be dead.
Well, I'm glad you're still here.
Yeah.
What y'all been up to today?
We've been talking.
Been talking?
We've been chatting for how many hours now?
For like 4 or 5.
Something like that.
4. Yeah, about 4 hours.
Would you have a better day?
It's been a rough couple days.
Yep.
But not much I can
Your
do.
troubleshoot.
Do what? Michael Ann?
Janice says, "Why does everyone think I'm trouble?"
We know you are, Janice.
You're a partner with
Because
the rest of us.
she is.
There's Kenny.
Hey, Renee. Hey, Kenny.
Hello, Mr. Kenny. How you doing?
Yes, we do.
Hey, Kenny's everywhere you go.
Yep, he is.
These subs are crazy. I think I've been up to 199 3 or 4 times, and it'll drop back down to 195. Just goes up and down.
Yep.
That's the way I've been since I was 84. Go up some and drop some. Go up some, drop some. Go up some, and then stay there for a while, and then drop some. And then it finally got up to like 124, and it stayed like that for almost a month. And then now it's got up to 131.
Yeah, I'm hovering around 3. I go back and forth from 351, 352, 353, and then it will go down, like, just hovers around those 3 numbers right now. I just want a community tab. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's sort of the way I am. I'd like to have South Bud, but they, yeah, it's sort of crazy the way they do that. Yeah, what is it? You got to watch 5 minutes of a video and click on the bell or something like that, or they'll take it off.
I say
I don't
to
know.
watch a video, like, and subscribe. Like it, make a comment. That's what.
It's crazy. I was talking to any of y'all know Frugal Gal?
Nope, can't say I do.
I met her several years ago, and she's been doing this for a long time, but she doesn't really hustle subs or anything like that. And I was talking to her, and when she got on here, all you had to do was have 100 subs to monetize. So she said, I've been monetized forever. Yeah, I know it's crazy. I don't know. I think YouTube just gets up in a different place every morning.
Yep.
But see, I've never noticed of like the channels that I actually watch, I've never been unsubbed from. And I have a huge sub list. Like, and I've never noticed being unsubbed from somebody.
I don't know. It may be old subs that just getting on and off, And I don't know. It's sort of crazy the way it is.
I know somebody was talking one time. Was like, you can only subscribe to so many channels, and I looked into that, and you can subscribe to 2,000, which I don't subscribe to near that much.
Mm-mm.
But then it says it just depends on how many subscribers and stuff you have. As you build, and it can increase the number of channels you subscribe to. But it's like, I think I got under 200 that I subscribe to. It's hard to keep track of those ones.
Well, I think I'm at 143, 145, something like that on the sub. And I need to go back down through my sub list and take a bunch of them off that I haven't looked at in a long time.
I do that.
I know I've got a couple channels left that the people died. Yeah. And I still
I'm like that in my face.
Yeah. Well, there's one guy that I still like to go back and look at his videos every once in a while. He's real interesting. Well,
like that with my Facebook.
I don't fool around.
I have 3 or 4 Facebook friends that have passed on, and I can't bring myself to.
That's about it. That's all I do on Facebook.
I'm surprised Kenny hasn't come up. I'm surprised Kenny hasn't come up.
He was on that other channel live with. I bet he'll be up in a minute.
He's typing through his phone, so he's probably just moderating. Here right now.
Grandma. Well, I hadn't heard that one, but
yeah, I haven't heard that before either.
Good evening, Troy. Good evening, Lance.
Yeah, hello, Troy. Lance,
what are you doing up so late?
Hey, Lance.
That's the first time I've seen you in a while, Lance.
Past your bed.
Time I've seen you in a while, Lance.
Past your bed.
Nope.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Long time no see.
Hey, John.
I know, right?
Past your bed.
Nope. Oh, you got your YouTube on, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Long time no see.
Hey, John.
I know, right?
Hang on. I'm out now.
There
Your
you go.
YouTube.
I had to, since I hadn't done it on YouTube on the laptop, it took me a little longer.
Can't sleep. Was just on the phone with me talking about you know who.
Ain't no telling on that one.
Which one? There could be a couple these days.
Yeah, that's a multiple
Lance
choice
can
question.
always
Yeah, right?
Lance can always stick his dog on whoever gives him a hard time. That dog just sit down on you, be all it takes. Lance, are you through traveling for this year?
I just asked him.
Hi, Lance.
Can't ask without directing it.
Yeah.
It clues away.
Lance, you had a lot of monkey shines on here, but the best one you ever had was that deal with the bus. Driving the bus down and running over everything. That was cute. Oh, okay. Going good, John. There. You still have that video up, Lance? That's a quiet crew tonight. I must have all been in meetings all day long. Y'all just taking it easy now. Amy, do you ever wear a coat? Every time I see you, you got a blanket.
Because I don't like being cold, but I have it cold in here.
You're as bad as my wife. I bought her, we call them serapes, down in Mexico, and then got a couple of Navajo blankets. And she's used to stay in them things all the time, watching TV or something like that. They're pretty warm.
Oh.
Okay, I'll go back and look at that. That was crazy. I tell you what, they got some stuff on. I don't really fool with TikTok, but that deal where they got that James Brown song on and they turn them pictures up wide open, I can sit there and watch them things and laugh till I cry. Any of y'all watched any of those?
Hey, Tim.
Hey,
Tim
Tim.
and Duke.
No way.
yeah.
Is Lane still up? It appears so.
Hey, Lance. And Boomer.
Hey, Tim. And Duke.
What's the name of that one, Boomer? Man, they do sort of favor.
The heat or the cold never worried me much until I got put on blood thinners. Both give me heck now. Really feel it. Why can't you sleep, Lance?
Probably got a guilty conscience knowing him.
Hey, Kat.
Hi,
Long,
Kathleen.
long lost footage from trip in LA. Hey, Kat. Oh, could be trouble. Janice, Kat, me.
Yeah, Amy, John.
Hey, I'm
Hey.
not trouble.
What do you mean you're not trouble? That's your middle name, girl.
I'm an innocent angel.
Me too. Hello,
Oh,
Kat.
wait. I guess I'm not an innocent angel. I'm a word that start. I'm another word, but I'm not gonna start that here. So it,
No,
it
let's not
starts
go
with
there.
a B and ends with a Y.
Yeah.
Okay, Kathleen, you and Janice can be the troublemakers.
Amy, your halo slipped.
It fell off. It went with my phone into the ocean.
I was going to say, it went overboard.
Yeah.
Don't strike me like an angel, but I am an angel.
She's a cute little angel. Just don't tick her off.
Who was that? Janice said she was an angel, but her
River
halo
Styx.
wouldn't fit down, but just over her shoulders.
You got to balance that halo on the horns.
Yeah. Tim, you've got 3 of the letters correct.
Are we playing?
You're missing one
Word?
more letter, and it's a double letter. The T, C, and H need to go. Amy, does your horns hold up your halo up? Hey, I don't have horns. I'm an innocent angel.
Fallen angel, maybe?
But my halo fell in the ocean with my cell phone in Port Canaveral.
It's your phone's fault. It probably got caught and then pulled it.
Yeah.
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 I got some oceanfront property I want to see too. Arizona.
Oceanfront property in Arizona. Okay.
Lance.
No, wrong letters, Lance. Well, you have all of the right letters. You have an extra letter. The R needs to go, and then you need to rearrange them. Some of them. One of them. 2 of them, I guess. You need to flip 2 of them and add one.
Get rid of the R's, move the U to the left.
Yes,
The R
you
needs
did,
to go.
River.
Yes, River Styx. I did it on the first day of my cruise.
I thought you were gonna cry that day when you made that live.
I did cry, and I've cried every day since because of other stuff.
Get rid of the R.
Well, are you ready for another cruise, or are you gonna take a little break?
I don't know. I have another cruise booked for October, the group cruise. I don't know what I'm gonna do from now to then. Lance, the word is only 5 letters long.
It's late for him. You know, it's hard, those brain functions
Yeah.
when you're older, late at night. Yeah.
I want to add to it, but I'll be nice since there's one on the panel with us.
Who, me?
Yeah. Oh goodness. What? Whoa, Sean. Now, what did I ever do to you?
Nothing, but it's giving Lance. It was giving Lance grief. Lance is really
Lance,
going
that's
on.
not 5 letters.
Yeah, Kate, I agree.
Dang it,
Lance,
Lance knows what the word is. He's just being
He's
silly.
playing dumb.
Yeah. He knows
See,
what that word is.
River's got it. Slide 4 and take away 1. Move it to the left.
Kat says Lance is hopeless unless he can Google it.
And he's gonna go
Google
Google it.
Google it. Good idea, Cat.
oh,
Multiply 18 and then take 2 to the third power.
Whoops, there's a troll.
Yep.
Well,
That's a new one. That's a new saying.
Yeah. I'll get it on this way.
I can't.
I know,
I'm not
get it
allowed
on
to.
the phone.
you're what?
I said I can't get it. I'm not allowed to.
What do you mean you're not
It's
allowed
been
to?
dealt with.
Oh, you haven't got a
It's been
raise?
dealt with.
No, I don't have one. No. No, I'm not. What are you not, Lance?
Janice got it.
Janice got it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Bunny. You're closer now, Lance. It's not Bunny. But you're closer. That's the closest you've been. Take it to the moon.
Kathleen, you can't remove them. You have to hide them.
No, she can remove them. Or hide them, and that removes them.
Yeah, hide them and then report them is what we're supposed to do.
Report.
Hide them and then report them.
Kathleen is wild on that wrench now.
If you report them as pornography, then they're more likely to get banned for good.
Tim reported. I reported too.
So did I. I think I reported good.
That puppy of mine is dreaming. He's just crying. Back me up. Your cats do that, Amy?
What?
Dream.
No, mine just one meows because she wants wet food. And then the other one will hiss at her, or they'll hiss at each other. Because Malibu will be mean to Azul, and so Azul and they'll hiss at each other.
Sure. Lance, have at it.
You're awfully brave to let Lance ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing said I had to answer it.
That's
There
true.
you go.
Ha ha, Tim.
What she get
Timmy, you and Lance should get up here.
Nope, never been married. Probably never will be married. Destined to be alone.
Not bad sometimes.
Well, Lance didn't ask you the question yet.
Maybe you forgot it.
Lance doesn't forget. Well, he does forget things, but he didn't forget what he wants to ask.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Lance. Is the question that long?
We agree, Janice and Kathleen.
Well, I guess they get around to it in a minute, or either it's an awful long damn question.
Oh, here it is. Because you are a troll.
I'm not River Sticks. I'm not as young as you think I am.
You're not the
Roger,
only
thanks
one
for the
without a wreck.
compliment.
Yeah, Lance, I don't have one. It's okay.
Thanks for the compliment, Lance.
Tim.
Tim's got
Good one,
jokes.
Tim. Good.
It's dangerous to let Lance have any control.
Yeah, he can get out of control pretty easy.
Just kidding, Lance.
No, he says, yeah, why?
Just kidding, I said. I wouldn't have given you one if I didn't trust you.
Yeah, I tell you
I'm
what.
still trying to figure out why I gave you one.
Why him? Or why give me one?
Lance.
Oh,
Yeah, he has been known to be a troublemaker a little bit anyway. Of course, I'm looking around on these screens. I don't see many people in here not troublemakers.
that's what happens with the late night crowd.
Very true.
This video, this live stream cracks me up. One night it'll just be wilder than a Bessie bug, and the next night it'll be quiet. There's no in between.
I've yet to see the wild, crazy ones. I hear about them though.
What? You haven't been in here on any of them?
Mm-mm.
Who? Tim
So at
saying,
least
wait
know
a
it's not
minute.
me
Don't
that
get,
causes the wild, crazy ones.
don't get Janice and Kat and I started about some things.
Yeah.
A little better.
Started talking about bearskin rug.
There's,
Yeah, it has been sort of quiet.
And the Canadian national animal.
Yeah.
Nope, she wasn't here for boobs
Yeah, that was
or
pretty interesting.
boobs one night and our Canadian national animal the next day.
Yep. Nope. I wasn't there for any of it. I think I was on my cruise during that.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm kind of glad I wasn't in on that convo. Whoa.
I just sit back and listen. Hell, I Sully can learn a little bit like that once in a while.
Boys talking about vehicles and such, and you go to sleep. Yeah, that one was putting me to sleep the other night.
Yeah, me and Tim got started that night. I tell you what, there's still a lot of people that are gone. Went to Quartzsite, or canceling out on their lives, traveling around.
River Sticks, where in Missouri are you from?
Do what?
River Sticks says a discussion on boobs. I am from Missouri. You have to show me. Because Missouri's the show me state.
It wasn't show and tell. It was just tell.
That Gina or something, you know.
About the boys of summer.
You can tell Gina just wants to cut loose when she feels good. She
Yep.
ought to catch herself before she does.
Oh, he's not from Missouri. I lived there for all my years of my life, but one and a half, the last, maybe 3 years total.
Well, how did you like
Lansing's a
living in
beautiful
Texas
area.
compared?
Do what?
How do you like living in Texas compared to Kansas? In
I love
Kansas where
living
you
in.
live?
No, I lived in Missouri. But I did live in Kansas for about a year. I lived in Wichita. But I love living in Texas compared to the Missouri. I will never move to Missouri again. This year was the first year I did not have to file state taxes.
Yeah.
And Missouri kills you in state taxes every year, but maybe 2. Last year I got $8 back from the state. $8. Every year, but last year and maybe one other year, I've had to pay Missouri money because they didn't take enough. Mind you, did they not only take enough, I had them take extra out of my paycheck and they still didn't take enough.
That's one good thing about Texas. They don't have state
Nope.
income tax.
Yep,
But
I got a pay raise just by moving to Texas because of no state tax and no city tax. Yes.
well, you got city taxes. What the
So
rub in Texas is well, say city taxes. I'm talking about sales tax.
yeah. So in Kansas City, because one of the stores that I worked in had a Kansas City address, 1% of my paycheck went to the city of Kansas City.
Now that's different.
Yeah. So just because I even though I didn't live in Kansas City, but because I worked in Kansas City, they took 1% of my paycheck.
The one place that Texas does get ripped a little bit, and that's property tax. Property taxes are high.
Yeah, property tax. But you don't pay property tax on your car. You only pay property tax on a house.
Yeah,
You don't, because again, in Missouri, even though I own my car outright, every December I had to pay property tax on the car that I owned that was paid off. And it was like $200, $300 every year.
Oh,
Yeah.
they that's just
Kathleen.
pretty tough. What did license plates cost? Was that included in that, or
Oh no. Because then,
Tabs.
to register your car, you had to have an inspection, which was $12 to $15. Then you had to pay your property. You had to have your property tax receipt. And then I want to say like 2 years on the license plates, 2 years tags was like $50.
That's different. I have to pay property tax, and depending on the year of the vehicle, it's anywhere $100 on up
Yep.
on tabs, and that's every year. And we have a front plate and a rear plate.
Yep. So by moving to Texas, I make more money. Just by moving to Texas, I made more money, pay less on my car. Yeah.
good? I've got a friend of mine that loves Colorado, and he moved up there and bought a place, and he's got a nice motorhome, big one. And he got in there, and it was going to cost him $1,200 a year to license it. Went across the border in Mexico, and it cost $175. He keeps his motorhome in New Mexico. I don't know. Texas is usually pretty good about taxes, but some of these states, I don't see how anybody lives in California.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I've heard that that's very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
But yeah, Texas like is as far as that kind of stuff is much better to live in because yeah, like you'll only get the only property tax you pay is on your house, and then yeah, you get killed in, but at least you're not paying property tax on your car or getting sales tax or state tax pulled out of your paycheck, and so.
well,
Good night, Lance.
all of them got too damn
Night Lance.
attacked.
Sweet dreams.
Well, I'm glad it's not waking you up, Lance.
I know, like, there's a lot of businesses that in Minnesota. Some go to South Dakota and make that their main office, and then build businesses here because in South Dakota it's cheaper business wise. For business tax, or I don't remember.
I don't think they've got any
Yeah, I think
personal
they don't have any
tax.
taxes.
And I think Florida's that way. I don't think Florida's got
There's no
any.
state tax in Florida.
There's not.
No, there.
I don't think there is.
So if I ever move out of Texas, it will be to Florida. Like I don't think I will ever move to a state again that you have to pay state taxes. That state taxes come out of your paycheck.
No, Florida's good for you. It's close to a lot of cruising airports. Wouldn't have to fly to.
Okay, River. Come back. Appreciate you dropping in.
Nice to see you. Janice.
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 Oh, Lord, Lord. Trust Janice.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, but what I don't get is like state taxes. Like, why Texas and why Florida? They don't take state taxes out, but other states you pay a state tax and you have to file state taxes. Like, I don't understand that.
What the deal is that the economy in Texas and Florida is good enough. They don't have to. They can raise enough money without.
And that's why everybody's moving there.
Yeah.
Places like Texas and Florida, because there's no state taxes. And so then, but then they're getting more money in other ways.
Oh.
Well, the tourist attractions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But even Minnesota has plenty of tourist attraction, but we still have state taxes.
Yeah.
Well, something that happened to Florida too, when all the Cubans came in and the Haitians came in to the tip of Florida down there, they just about ruined the bottom as far as any property values or anything. you couldn't give a house away down there.
Yeah.
And I can remember going down there when I was a kid. Miami used to be something else now. And it went down to where there wasn't nothing to them hotels down there, and they sort of got started back again now.
Troy, Minnesota has a sales tax too, but they do sales tax on food, but not clothing.
Now, Texas got a sales tax.
Yeah, Missouri had sales tax on everything. Missouri is just a terrible state to live in. Like,
yeah, we have sales tax on like the restaurants and everything but clothing. Soggy
and in Kansas, and I know here in Texas, like if you order alcohol at dinner, like say you go into a restaurant and you order like a beer or a glass of wine or a cocktail,
Tax.
and you ordered food, there's two different lines for sale tax. One's an LBW tax, and one's a food tax.
Oh
Because they're
yeah,
different.
alcohol tax.
Yep. But Missouri, it was all one. It was taxed the same. But people will be like, why is this one on here? What's this about? And so it's like, well, you ordered a beer, so this is a beer tax. So, well, I don't understand it. I'm like, it just prints that way. I don't know.
Well, that's like some towns you go in and they'll have the hell they call it. It's a pretty high tax on any kind of hotel or motel.
Yeah, a resort fee or a tourist tax.
I'll tell you what, you can understand why people are getting into the RVs to travel. If you had to stay in a hotel every night traveling, ooh, it would take a ton of money to travel. Because now it's getting where $100 is a cheap hotel.
Yeah.
And $200-300 is not unusual.
Michael, and don't fall asleep. Hey Tim, here's mine.
Hey, Luke.
I'm probably going to be the one that falls asleep.
You getting comfortable, like.
Look,
I've been up since 7:30 this morning for no reason at all.
Well, I have too.
yeah, they're calling you.
And I didn't get off here till about 2 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, I think. I think I may have fell asleep watching you last night.
See? Okay. See?
All I know is when I woke up, it was a different live stream, but you and Kenny were on it. But it was a different live of yours.
Yeah. I got off and Kenny opened his up. Hello, Long Star. How you doing, Rex? So, yeah.
Luke says hi to Duke.
Luke and
Right?
Hey, Luke.
Janice, how hot is it in Australia today?
Should I go back? Okay.
Wow, I'm still on the plus side of 0. Wow. Light rain. Yay.
Michael Ann, how far are you from the border where they're pulling all the shenanigans?
Well, let's see. If I drive up the street, I run into the highway, and they were backed up to the airport exit the one day. So that's another 10 minutes. I'm 5 minutes from the bridge.
You're trying to say it's just a bunch of damn trucks.
Well, my son and daughter-in-law live in an apartment building that overlooks the highway, and they were sending me pictures the other day. And it was all 3 lanes across.
That's insane.
Oh.
Because by the time it gets to spanned out into 3 lanes, so the trucks are supposed to be in 1 lane, cars and RVs are kind of in the other 2 lanes, which is weird because you get to the bridge and the trucks are on the far right lane, but to go across the bridge they have to be in the far left lane. So once they get through the custom or through the toll booth, they got to move over this way, and the cars are supposed to move. No, it's a mess up there. And then you got all this to it.
Yeah. I don't think they're doing that on that border, are they, Long?
No, it's more of a mess down in Windsor.
Yeah.
They've had to pull, like, and Windsor police are understaffed to start with, and they've had to pull up in training, like officers in training to help too, and the mayor's involved, and randomized police officer case just started in the court, and they have to pull the ones out of the course and close the courts down.
Yeah, it's cracking me up. They were going to start taking the diesel and arresting people bringing it in. They took the diesel, and then the judge said, "No, you can't do that. You got to give it back." So they put water in the diesel and brought it back to the truck. That'll mess a diesel truck up in a heartbeat. And of course, it's just like everything else in the damn news media. You can't believe a third of what you hear. Crazy. But they better listen to them truckers a little bit, because without them, we don't move. It
I
gets to
couldn't
be a
believe
little interesting.
watching Crystal's Destination of Lights video on their side, and how far they were backed up down I-94 and I-69 and like for miles.
Is it on all the borders, Michael?
I don't know about the other ones,
What?
but I know both of these bridges. It's a mess.
Because I'm wondering about Rainy River and Fort Francis.
Yep. In International Falls.
Yeah, Fort Francis is connected to International Falls, and Rainy River is connected to Barat.
Yep.
The
That's
two
where I was.
borders in Minnesota.
That's where I was in June or July.
Yeah. I'm familiar with both of them, but Rainy River more.
Well, I tell you what they're talking about doing now will light that thing off. They went in and got with Child Protective Services making noise like they're going to go in, and they said 25% of those trucks have kids in them, and they were going to go in and start taking them kids away from them truckers. That would be a bad mistake. I don't think I could sit there and watch somebody haul one of my kids.
Well, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. I didn't either.
They haven't started doing it yet. They may just be making noise about it, but
Yeah.
people
But
gonna
why would
protect
they
them
have
kids.
their kids in the trucks with them?
What?
Why would they have their kids in the trucks with them?
Just because of that blockade, a lot of them, their wives, their whole families in the truck.
Interesting.
And you get known worldwide for being in trouble, Janet.
You're getting popular.
I want a call from Spain.
Mm-mm-mm.
The only one I know in Spain is my niece is stationed over there.
Yeah. You don't never know where you get a phone call from nowadays. Or if they can even speak English when they do get on the phone.
I saw a meme the other day where when you call the number and it's like press 1 for English or 2 for Spanish. And then it's like you press 1 for English and then you got someone who barely speaks English trying to help you out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've had both my eardrums busted, so I don't hear real good to start with. I got a call a little while back. It was some Pakistani or Indian or something, and I
Mostly
couldn't
Indian, yeah.
understand him. And I finally told him, I said, get somebody on this damn telephone that speaks English. And he informed me right quick he could speak English, but you don't speak the kind I speak. Hell,
Well, that would be interesting, Janice. Haven't had one of those in years.
What are you doing out there, Janice? Getting calls from Spain? Getting weird messages? What are you doing?
Kept the one with the heavy breathing on readout.
That was on her answering machine. Oh, that's no fun. Oh, the Peace Bridge too. Jeez, yeah, I forgot about Niagara.
Where's Peace Bridge, Kathleen?
Between Niagara Falls, Ontario, and Falls.
So I'm gonna guess it's Niagara Falls that's being blockaded.
A lot of a lot of truck traffic was diverted to Peace Bridge today because what's blockaded tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Lake Erie.
Good for you, Janice.
Damn.
Yeah, Tim.
That sounds like
Don't
fun.
have too much fun breaking those boxes down.
Yeah. I thought Kenny was gonna come up for it.
I
My
haven't
God,
seen him in
today was
2 minutes.
today. Janice, I just do that with my cell phone. If I don't recognize it, I let it go to the machine.
I hate the damn telephone anyway.
Well, my theory is if they call and I don't answer the phone because I don't know the number, they're either going to leave a message if it's important or they're going to turn around and they're going to text me. If they don't leave a message or text me, then I know that I didn't need to answer it.
Oh, that
Damn,
was rude, Kat.
take it easy,
I-
Tim.
Schedule a doctor's appointment in the middle of your sleep time.
Night, Tim.
You know, everybody's talking about these vaccinations. I was reading a deal the other day. Did you know Vietnam has not had one single death from COVID?
What are they doing in Vietnam?
I don't know, but they haven't had one single death in all this stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of that country backwards. It's got some big towns in it, but there's a lot of people in small villages and stuff. I guarantee you they ain't got shot. Thing.
Mm.
When I was in business, I used to answer the main telephone anywhere from 100 times a day, maybe 200 times a day. I live with that phone in the for a lot of years, I wouldn't care more. Till my wife got sick, that's when I started caring. They could come find me if they want to talk to me.
Yep.
A lot of people will turn it off at night, but when I had teen kids at the time, it's like, nope. If they go out, I want to be able, if they need me them to call.
They got a lot of good uses, but
So my phone doesn't get shut in.
No. Well, I'm going to drop down because I'm about ready to fall asleep, and I don't want to fall asleep on your life.
I appreciate you coming up, Amy.
No problem. We'll talk to you later. I'll still be in chat though until I crash. So.
Okay.
I'll talk to you tomorrow. I won't be
Yep.
much longer. Up early.
Right. Bye.
Oh, yeah. Girl, the mail. me up. She made that video where she dropped that phone in the water the other day. And just barely got that done. Did any of y'all see the video Paula put up about our ambulance being broke down again?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
wondering.
haven't seen anything posted out any tab that doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I think there's a Lone
Yeah,
Star.
Mark.
Are you still liking your Honda? Well, Paula had some people headed down that way. I think
Yeah.
Dream on Wheels was headed down
Mark,
that way, and
somebody
else.
head over there to keep her company, and like I said, probably a good idea to have a mail around because some automotive places try to rip off women or talk them into stuff they don't need.
Yeah, that's the truth, Janet. So, yeah.
For 2 or 3 hours.
Paula won't never be the same after coming down here and making that trip. That one will ruin her.
It's an adventure.
Yeah, she was all right, but the transmission just acting up on the thing. Yeah. Yeah, it'll take a little time, Kathleen. Learn. Stays on the road long enough.
She's just lucky she wasn't far from a lot of them that could help.
Yeah, she's around enough people out there. She can get some help. And she was going to be all right. She was just going to sit there and spend the night and then call somebody that next morning. So that's one thing I like about a travel trailer is that if you have car trouble or something like that, you can back that travel trailer up someplace and park it and put your vehicle in the shop. You're still all right. Yeah, they're not that far. I've been waiting for that damn other motorcycle I ordered to come in, and that's gonna give me a second way to get around. I hate to just have one vehicle where it break down like that. You can't do anything. Okay, well, that's good. So Ashley, that'll help. That's the only bad part about that ambulance it's got. It's got that damn 6.0 in it. That motor ain't worth a damn. That ought to be interesting. Rick, I think about getting a van sometime. I'll back out on.
I wish I'd kept mine.
Do what?
And it would have been perfect to convert or build out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good deal. I'm glad you got somebody around. As many people as there is still out there, somebody. And since she spent about 2 nights on the road by herself, and that's a month and a half, that's all she spent by herself. She's been right in the middle of people the rest of the time. makes a difference too. Some people don't handle being by themselves real well. Some people got to have people around. I like people, but just to a certain point. I reach a certain point, and then I got to get off by myself. Me and that dog keep me company. He don't argue with me. Yeah, I think so. You know, places like that, if you tell them you're broke down, well, they don't mind. You're searching
I
for
drove
what?
out west.
A post office parking lot isn't sketchy, but you still don't want to be on a government property.
And there's a gas station too. The people be in and out there, so you never know who's coming along. But back in 2011, I drove out to Alberta, out National Park in the middle of the mountains, and my alternator decided to crap out on my van.
I agree with you on that, Kathleen.
In the middle of nowhere. That was fun.
If the cop would understand your situation, then they probably would have left her alone or helped.
There's been a couple of times I've been traveling, and there wasn't really a good place to park. And I've gone to the police station and tell them, man, I'm tired and I'm sleepy and it's getting dangerous for me to drive. I need a place to crash for 5 or 6 hours. And I've had them tell me, just park behind the station. We'll keep an eye on you. Most of the time, you go let them know ahead of time. They work with you. It's aggravating, but I was like you, Kathleen. I never did worry about it too damn much. I would imagine that you've been a lady driver that them other truck drivers take pretty good care of you, I bet. You ask for any help. See somebody broke down on the side of the road, I just can't go by them. Just let them sit there. Sometimes it don't take much to get somebody going. That's one thing in Texas. Texas Highway Patrol, their motto was that they were out there to serve the public. And they'd stop and help somebody change a tire and all kind of stuff. And yeah, I realized that. But you get on that radio, well, I imagine you could have some backup pretty quick. And if I know you probably have what it took to take care of yourself. That's one good thing about down here in Texas now. You don't even have to have a permit to carry a pistol now. You can carry it out in the open or out of sight, it don't matter. That's stopped a few of these carjackings and stuff. Michael Ann, you look like you buddy.
I'm here. No, I'm just thinking of because in 2011 it broke down just outside Jasper National Park, and my alternator died, and I managed to coast off the side of the road, and one couple that stopped they were actually from Ontario. Were able to give me a ride back to somewhere where I could call CAA. Well, so they only had room for one person, so my boys, who were 13 and 17 at the time, stayed in the van. Out in the middle of the mountains, we could no cell phone reception, bear country, the whole bit, the van, and then watch whatever on their laptop until it died. But it was almost 3 hours before I could get a tow truck to get there. And then they took us on to the next town, to a garage, and dumped the van there. Luckily, there was a hotel next door to it. But, $700 later, we're finally back on the road.
Yeah. That's the only thing
It was an
about being
adventure.
on the road. It's expensive when you have to break down on the road.
Yep. But I had to deal with it myself. I know a family or friends around there to help me.
Well, I know with that diesel of mine, you couldn't put it in the shop for less than $1,000. That was like that way. I love them diesels the way they pull, but unless you're working one, you don't need it. You gonna try to build out a van on your own? Right. You were talking about that school bus. Are you gonna just tow your bike, or are you gonna quit fooling with the bike and just travel in the school bus, or what? What do you mean? What happened? I think he'd already left when I asked him. What about you, Fairy Dust? Are you gonna try to build your own van out, or are you gonna get somebody else to do it? Well, I don't know. Maybe I got kicked offline. I was talking to Lone Star.
You're hiding behind your name. We hardly see you.
Oh, okay.
You might be frozen.
Could be.
Well, they built some nice deals out of them buses. I've had that left leg of mine tore all to pieces. Been shot through it a couple of times, and I'm
Ron, you're
always
frozen.
I'm always leaning.
Yep, he's frozen. Tammy says it.
I'm okay.
Yep.
I can move side to side.
So I do as I do. So I was like, turn my head. Okay. Yep. No, I'm not frozen. I'm still here.
Yeah, Ron, you're not moving. All we see is your hair.
Your forehead, the top of your head, your left ear, your shoulder.
Like a chicken with my head cut off, huh?
Yeah, all we see is your head.
I can set it crank back up in a minute.
Your hair. There you are.
There's his face. You were hiding behind your name there.
He's moving now.
But I'm always leaning to that one side, taking the pressure off that leg. It's been tore up so bad. That just happens to be where the name's at.
Yep. There is a spot you can go in, or over in the band's off if you want to.
Yeah. Oh, you won't have any trouble with that. So the bus has got a lot more room in it than
That'd be fun.
do what?
That'd be fun. I follow a channel that's builds out buses, mostly the short buses.
I tell you what, the one I like the best, if I was ever going to do that, is these buses like the VA's got, the little bitty short fiberglass buses that because you close them windows in so easy. And I like if I'm going to redo one, that's the way it would be. And they're a little wider. But a bus is made to drive. You know, you can't hardly wear one of things out. You've been on the road 4 years then, huh?
I know the one was acting up, and they were such a small space to get under the hood on the buses, though. On the short bus. Now she's still lurking in here, Kathleen.
Well, I think I pretty well settled on my rigs. I've had just about everything you can imagine. But I'm going back to cab over camper on my pickup, and I can pull a trailer behind it, or this motorcycle I've got ordered doesn't weigh but like 230 pounds, so I put it on the back of that cab over if I want to go. And then if I instead of having to worry about a motor or something breaking down, all I got to do is run a different pickup under it, and I'm ready to go again. I think that's probably what I'm going to say. You ever thought about doing a van, Michael Ann?
I had a Ford Windstar van that was an extended length, but it was having some issues with it, and thought, oh, I had somebody from the start. I'll get rid of the van. I'll buy myself a newer vehicle. Yeah, I should have put the money into the van because the newer vehicle, the engine died almost a year ago. So I've been almost a year without a vehicle, but I haven't gone far. So I have a couple of people. I can call my son for a ride. My aunt will loan me her car in the morning while she's at work, and I have a bus stop just around the corner from me. So it's not like I go very. Hoping she get the engine replaced or get another vehicle. I was just kind of bummed because it's an SUV, it's an Equinox, and it was like I could throw the seat down and I could set it up if I wanted to go boondocking somewhere or something. But nope, gotta put several grand into an engine or another vehicle. So we'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, I know it. It's crazy. They got some of them campers $100,000. Some of them campers. I won't have near that in mine because I'm building mine. Build it like I want it. I don't know why cab overs are so high. But the cheapest cab over you can find is about 20 grand. And they're pile of junk. I tell you what, that's one thing I gotta have. I gotta be able to stand up. Drives me crazy. I had a teardrop, what they call a square drop for a while. And it was a neat little old camper.
Mhm.
Couldn't stand up in it. And that got old quick. Oh yeah, I know it. That's not the truck. Yeah, they got some of those that are really nice. And they're all aluminum. They're pretty light. And you can save just about anything. People want to spend $50,000, $100,000 on an RV. You take your car and watch what you're buying. You watch what you're buying. You can tent camp, be just as comfortable as you can in an RV. They even got these tents now that where they got a spot for an air conditioner in them and a spot for a heater in them. Just cut out the side of the tent where they fit.
I've heard about those. I'm just as happy tent camping. I have one that's a 14-man tent that's got plenty of room. Small tear in it I need to repair, but I just as happy to take it out and throw my cot up in it and take my little dining tent, set up a little kitchen in it, and I'm good.
Yeah. I've got a friend of mine that has been traveling for the last, I guess, 3 years. And he got a little old sedan and he don't put a trailer or anything. He tent camps the whole time. He's pretty smart about it. He took that car and took the passenger seat and rigged it up to where he had a bed on that side that he could sleep on. But he doesn't use it unless it's bad weather. Say, if it's storming or something like that, well, he might get in that car. Otherwise, I know on my tent, I just bought another tent because it's small, but it's 10 by 10 and it's 6 foot tall.
That's not camping, Cat. That's glamping.
Yeah.
People don't know how to rough it.
But I'm gonna have a cot and I can't stand sleeping on the ground. Well, they got those 12-volt ones that's what's going in my camper. They got the 12-volt that split unit where part of it's a freezer and part of it's a refrigerator, or you can make the whole thing a freezer or the whole thing a refrigerator. A friend of mine has got one of those. Maybe had good luck at it. They got a 100-watt solar panel and it keeps this thing running. Oh, hello, Kenny.
I don't see him.
You'll be here in a minute.
Hey, Greg.
Damn, I got the gun. Well,
I'm old
fair
too. I'm old too, Renee, but I've been out with my son with a live action role play group on a nice thick foam, but even that's starting to get too painful. So
Howdy. I was
hello.
about to say I'm in your basement, but I couldn't see you, brother. you, you like went black on me.
I don't know what the deal was. This internet kicked me off a while ago. And but anyway, they were talking about me freezing up.
Yeah, you did freeze. I had you playing over here on this tablet over here. Right here next to this PC right here I got. And
hey,
in
Greg.
Life Clip Expedition. And it's good talking with you as always. But yeah, I had you running on the PC and I noticed you froze on the screen.
They, I don't know what this internet here where I live. It'll work just perfect for a while, and then it'll go to give me a hard time and going offline, kicking me off. And there shouldn't be that many people on this time of night.
Well, now over in the Philippines and Australia and all those, they're like 13, 14, 15 hours difference.
Yeah, but that shouldn't affect my tires here.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm bouncing off a tire
No.
about 15 miles from it.
I'm surprised tonight because usually mine will drop, internet will drop several times, like half a dozen times at this time of night. And so far, it's been good.
In other words, you're saying don't jinx it.
Well, I'm not far from going to bed. I need to be up in the morning for V's live, so
It's still pretty early
won't be
tonight. It's
much longer.
12:30.
It's 1:30 where I am.
Yeah, it's
I have to get up for
1:30.
6:30.
Yeah, it's just yeah, you're an hour behind me there, Ron.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Kat, and hope things go good at the doctor. Don't snap at doctor.
Have a good one, Kat.
I'm gonna go too. I gotta get up at 5.
Ooh.
And I am on the same time zone as you, Ron.
Do what?
I need to get up at 5.
What did you say about Arizona?
She says she's in the same
I
time
said
zone.
I'm in the same time zone as you are.
Oh. Yeah.
And you're frozen again.
He's lucky he
Well,
doesn't
talk to
freeze
you
some weird
next-
looks on his face.
Bye, Sean. It was nice.
All right, Sean. Talk to you tomorrow.
Yep, bye.
Good night, Connie.
Absolutely today.
Appreciate you coming up.
Yep.
That's the longest
I
we've got
know.
John to stay up.
I don't think she ever comes up on the panel much, does she?
I don't think so. She's been up a couple times on this panel.
It doesn't come up too often, especially if there's too many people. It's hard to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Ron was telling me that the other day he was he was talking about how when you get more than four people up on a panel, it's hard to hear.
Well, and it takes and I think it stretches that internet. That's usually when I get kicked off. Is when I get 4 or 5 on.
Yep, that happens too. Some nights when I have all six people up on a panel, and it's glitches several times.
I know on Paula's a couple of times I'd be up on it and come up on it, stay a minute and get booted back off. It's done pretty good tonight.
Yep. The other thing I find, you get too many people up too, and it's everybody's, even though we try not to, people get talking at the same time and can't hear what somebody said. And
Hello, Meg.
Hey, Meg. That's the reason why a lot of times when I'm up on the panel, I just sit there and be quiet until somebody says something to me directly.
or when you're leaning over and it's like, shh, sleep. You turn your head and look at him. He doesn't move. He's sleeping. Huh?
Oh.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stay this beer or not. This thing may have to go.
Yeah, I'm like you, Ron. I can only I can only let the beard grow out so long, and it starts itching.
I get where I look pretty rough anyway, but a beard, I look like a Beverly Hillbilly. Okay, Lone Star Rex. I hope you have a good night.
Have a good one, Lone Star.
I've only fallen asleep on 2 lives, Janice. Both bees.
So far, I haven't done that, but I'm not gonna say I'm not going to.
I'm gonna wait and see this weekend how many Kenny falls asleep on.
Because they're working. I'm working in that. Me and her both are working in that cruisathon thing, and I had the overnight hours. I have the 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. on Saturday morning, and then I have the 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Saturday afternoon, and then I have the 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. on Sunday. So, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, so.
I was wondering if your ears were burning earlier. I was talking about you earlier. I was I was up in the live and they were talking about Kenny. I was like, well, if you want to see more of Kenny, check out the Cruise-a-thon. He's
Yeah.
doing lots of hours there.
Yeah, long hours, and plus I've got to be on cruising scene on Sunday at 10 a.m. No, 11 a.m. my time. 11 a.m. 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Sharon and Gary, right?
Yep. Yep. Because that actually Sharon just sent me a message earlier, and
I don't see how you stay up as long as you do. I get bored after a while.
well, I actually after my live last night, I went to Down Under Cruisers,
No, say I thought you were in Down Under Cruisers.
and then after that, Traveling with Special Abilities decided she wanted to do live. I went up on hers, and I said, and and, uh, and then uh, after that, I went to Magnificent Germany with Darian yesterday morning at because we raided Magnificent Germany with Darian and
I
traveled,
went to sleep after Down Under Cruisers.
and then somewhere in between Darian, right in the middle of Darian's live, I was out. I didn't last much longer after that. So, and I'd slept until about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock today, this afternoon. About 2:30 this afternoon. So
I tell you what, ever since I've had that damn virus, man, usually I can go without sleep. It doesn't bother me. Now I'm tired and want to sleep all the damn time. So take it out of you.
and I didn't get to do what I was planning on doing. I didn't get to do what I was planning on doing.
What's that?
I was planning on checking to see if I could find that leak on that power steering. But
Oh,
I never did get around to it.
well, is it getting warm enough you can do it?
Well, it got up to I think it got up to like 50 some degrees yesterday, and I think it's supposed to be like that today, but I heard a little bit of rain last night, so I don't know what the temperature is supposed to be today. Let's see. Let me look at my weather here and see what it says. Right now, I know it's 40 degrees and feels like 40. Okay, today it's supposed to be a high of 56 today. So it should be partly cloudy and yeah, a low of 30, 30 degrees tonight. So hopefully sometime today I can see where that leaks at because I've already sprayed that. I've already sprayed that brake cleaner on that stuff. That stuff should be evaporated because it's been on there for over 24 hours, so it should be evaporated by now. And then, yeah, hopefully it's just a high pressure hose and the return hose. Hopefully it's not the steering gearbox. If that's the steering gearbox, that's going to be a job to do.
Yeah, you got to pull the steering wheel off and all that junk to do that.
Well, I
Usually,
watched a video on how to do it, on how to change the steering gearbox. Uh, because the only way you can't just change the seal around that in that pivot joint. This because you got to change that whole thing out because it's in the way it's made,
yeah,
and and uh, and I was told that that was another common leak that usually happens on power steering, and I was like, ew. And I found out that it was $200.
yeah.
So
Okay,
Well,
gentlemen, I'm calling it a night.
good night, Michael Ann. I'll see you here in just a short couple
Yeah,
hours.
she relies to night.
thank you for coming up, Michael Ann. Yeah. Well, Meg, how long did it take you to get straightened out after you had that stuff? Where you wasn't tired all the damn time?
And what did you actually do to get rid of it? I mean,
What, that virus?
yeah.
I just wrote it out. Yeah. I still cough a little bit, but that gets better every day. And it's just like having a flu, just about.
Of course, I hear every different story. It affects different people different ways.
Yeah.
Now, some people lose their taste and smell. Some people don't.
Well, see, I'd already done that years ago. So that wasn't a problem for me. I run real high fever one day and then pretty sick for about 3 days. And that's one reason I started these lives. That's about the time I started these lives when I started getting sick. Okay.
So you're saying that I'm not going to be able to do that all by myself then, without some help? Is that what you're telling me, Troy? And the sad part is, I really don't have anybody near my area that's going to be willing to help me out.
That's good temperature down there, isn't it, Janet? Yeah.
I watched a YouTube video on how to change it. My dad kind of wishes I had somebody here to help me kind of guide me along with it, because I've never done it myself. It's my very first time, and kind of somebody that's been experienced in doing that type of work and stuff, because somebody knows what they're doing, so that way I can learn a lot more and stuff. But uh,
You know, some of the old vehicles, it you had
well,
to
this
just.
is an '85, so
Well, I'm talking about like in the 70s or 80s. You had to pull a dash out of it to put
oh,
the
you
steering
did
column. Yeah, you had to take just about take the dash out of that
to
steering
change the
column.
steering gear to change the steering gearbox.
Yeah, so you had to change. It all came in one piece. It was a steering column and everything. You had to take the steering wheel off, all the turn signals, keys, all that mess. Janice, don't go talking about that. I'm not real crazy about pizza, but for some reason, the last couple of days, I'm getting in the mood where I want one.
Or you wanting pizza?
Yeah, I don't do that very often. But
Dad wanted to order pizza the other day, and I said no, I don't want no pizza because I just got through eating pizza about 2 or 3 weeks ago when I was on my trip from Quartzsite, Arizona.
are you saying I'm saying it wrong, Amy? Pizza? I don't like it very often.
Bye, Meg. Good night, Meg.
Good night,
Yeah.
gal. I hope you get some sleep.
But yeah, it's sad to say, but I really can't depend on anyone in my area uh, where I live at to be able to help. Um, and like I said, when I would want somebody that knows what they're doing because
Yeah.
and I don't want it messed up and I want somebody that's had some experience in it and things and I wouldn't want somebody that has never messed with it, never messed with anything like that to even because I know that would cost me a long run, a lot more money in the long run. So and
Now, some of them jobs like that, you better off just paying somebody to do it. You can find somebody to
you
do
see,
it.
my mechanic that does my normal mechanic work, he's got the truck in the shop now. And as of today, right now, today, the 10th, it has been in the shop for over a month now because he's not been he's down one guy. It's usually a 3-man shop, three man mechanic shop, and if he gets one guy out, that puts him behind.
Yeah.
And so I called him last week and asked him, and he said, "No, I ain't had a chance because the guy's still out sick."
I was watching a video today,
Yeah,
and they were talking about the potato farmers and said they can't get the potatoes shipped out like they need to,
yeah,
and they're just millions and millions and millions of pounds of potatoes. They're just digging a hole in the ground and burying them because they can't get them in the stores and stuff.
I don't know.
Man, that's a shame.
Yeah, because he was gonna change that steering that actuator gear in that stern column on that 76. And he's gonna change that actuator gear inside that stern column. That that little plastic gear that helps to be able to start your vehicle is inside that steering column. Uh, if it's off one tooth, it makes it a little harder to turn the key on the ignition. So I got the actuator. I had to order the actuator gear online through Amazon because none of the parts stores carried it. And I even called an antique, a classic car uh, shop that or place that does all. You're supposed to be able to get car parts like that for the old cars like that. And they said, we don't have nothing like that. I'm like, wait a minute now. I'm like, somebody somewhere's got to have one somewhere because I know people personally, like I said many times. I know a guy right now, he is in a wheelchair, and he will tell you this himself. He's in a wheelchair himself, and he has a lot older vehicles than what me and Dad have here at the house. He has a 1950 Plymouth and a 1968 Ford Falcon, and they have all been restored back to their original. They've been restored back to the original, what they originally had, and and uh, and he's got a 1940 tractor, and he can go out there and turn the key, and they'll sit there and purr like a kitten, so to speak. They call it.
Yeah. I don't think the car manufacturers what have got to make parts for 7 years or something like that.
Yeah.
After a certain length of time, they don't have to make parts anymore.
And I'm thinking somebody somewhere has got to have one because I know because people that restore those old cars like that, you got to find them somewhere.
But a lot of them cars that get restored. I've got a friend that does this, and
Yeah.
he doesn't restore them cars, but he'll find an old junk one someplace,
Yeah.
and he'll tear that thing down and sell every part on it, like steering column or that gear you're talking about. Well, he'll take it out of there and sell it, and he makes a fortune doing that.
Oh, really?
Be parts somebody can't get, you tear them down.
Yeah.
Something else. I tell you what, I think it's neat them restoring them old cars. I haven't got that much patience, man.
Yeah. Well, like I said, this guy I'm telling you about that's in a wheelchair, he's restored that '68 Ford Falcon and that 1950 Plymouth car and that 1940 tractor. You talk about something old. That's
Hello, Ron.
okay, Ron. I'll be looking for it. Thanks again. Thanks, Ron.
Hey, a car part or something else. Well, any kind of part, it's hard to get them.
Yeah.
My best friend is
Well,
electrical.
I've got a catalog that I can for that old truck, that '76 DMC truck. I got it right here on hand actually. But I can get just about anything I want out of that LMC truck.
Yeah.
I can get bumpers. I can get uh, replacement dash speakers. I can get manual steering gears and power steering, tilt column wheel repair. I can get all kinds of stuff here.
Oh, me.
But yeah.
So we got about 5 minutes till we hit 2 hours. I think I'm gonna shut it down when we get 2 hours. Yeah.
But yeah, I can get just about anything you can think of on it. You know what I mean? Out of here.
Are they proud of them, or they got pretty good prices?
Well, it varies on what some of it's. What are you asking again? I'm sorry.
Are the parts pretty pricey, or are they pretty reasonable?
Well, it banks on what you. It banks on what you get. I mean, it varies. Like they got some parts in here that's uh that's 30, $40, and then 100 and something. But I mean,
If
at
you
least
get
I
it.
think, at least I can get it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But usually when you order from a catalog like that, it usually it takes them a while for shipping and handling. That's usually the last place I go to look for. I usually try other places before I go to LMC truck.
yeah, Ron. Back in my hot rodding days, I used to order a lot of stuff from JC Whitney. I didn't even know if they're still around.
Yeah, I got but yeah, I can order steering columns, and I can order all those gauges in the dash there, and I can order just about anything I want out of
You
it.
you you ought to get on the internet and get one of them JC Whitney catalogs. They got a lot of stuff like that.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, a lot. And they used to be pretty reasonable. I used hot rod some drag strip and uh and then a dirt track for a while. We used to order a lot of stuff. That used to be a big outfit.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I'm wanting to eventually take and restore both vehicles and make them look like they come off the assembly line.
Yeah.
I know that's going to take some time, and money, so because I I know that stuff is not cheap doing that, but at least, and then like I said, I'm wanting to eventually like convert the van into a camper van anyway. At least if I go, I can still use it as a daily driver as well, and
Yeah.
still be able, drive it, like
Can you drive, Kenny, or
no, it's I'd be not only a danger to myself, but I'd be a danger to others.
I just
And my peripheral vision and my reaction time is just too slow, and I just um I, and I'm better off just like being able to find somebody. um I don't see, why I can't do like that guy was telling you about in the wheelchair. He'll tell you himself he don't. Every once in a while, he might drive himself to the store or something like that, but most of the time, he usually gets somebody to drive his vehicles for him, and he he just pays him to drive him around. So
How
and
far is it to your grocery store from where you live?
it's not very. I I actually have a dollar store just across the road, actually, and behind the fire hall, the fire station. So, but but I usually shop at Food City and Walmart and things like that. I'd say Food City would probably be about uh, I'd say at least maybe not not really far, about uh, I'd say maybe about 10, 15 miles, maybe.
Okay.
Not that far. Uh, Food City. Walmart's a little further, but I mean, it's still, it just may add like maybe, I have to put it in Google to make sure I give you the exact, because but, yeah, let's say,
You talk about rebuilding them vehicles. I'll tell you something that got high.
what's that?
That's paint.
Paint?
Yeah, man. I was had a guy that was I wanted to put a paint job on my motorcycle, my sidecar, and the paint for that thing gonna cost $1,000. It's metal plate, still $1,000 for probably 2 quarts of paint, $500 a quart.
Actually, actually, it's actually a lot. Of course, I sometimes don't think Google is off a little bit anyway. But Google says that my Food City that I normally go to is 6 minutes away and 3.3 miles.
It's closer than you thought it was.
Huh?
I, I said it's closer than you thought it was. Then
Yeah. I, you know, I don't do good. See. I see. Let me see where my Walmart is. Let's see. I normally shop every now and then. I might shop at the Walmart. Of course, sometimes I don't think Google is that accurate anyway. But it says Walmart is 10 minutes, 4.8 miles.
Janice, you have a good night, gal. Yeah, I'm fixing to go too. Kenny, I need to shut this thing down. I'm tired, man.
Okay. Well, uh, thanks for having me, and
Oh man, you know I'm always glad to. I appreciate you coming up.
yeah, and um.
Everybody in the chat,
Yeah, I looking forward to getting to meet you in person one day.
we're gonna do that. Ain't no telling what kind of damn trouble we get in person.
No, no. And that, but yeah, I just yeah, it's actually closer than I thought. I, I just
All right, brother. I'm gonna shut her down. You have a good night, Kenny.
all right.